okay, fine. I felt like for Cecilia, I could forgive the first, $10,000. I could forgive that. But the second one, and the third one, and you know what behooved me was? What behooved me was when he actually made a fake payslip for her. I mean, how red can a red flag get? You know, it's fraud. It's fraud. You are an accomplice to a crime because now you forged a fake payslip. And how, like, how red can a red flag get? Like I said, that I feel like the first $10,000, even though I couldn't, let me tell you this funny story. Where I remember there was a time when I was in the hospital, when I was like giving birth, and my then partner, he used to, I knew that it was almost his payday, and when it's almost his payday, most of the time he doesn't have like money, because of the traveling and drinking and whatever. So I knew he didn't have money, but he was always there. He was always at the hospital, and whatever that I needed at the hospital, he always made sure that I get it. When he brings something all the time, it comes to the hospital every day. And because he was complaining about traveling, to back home during the whole time, and I didn't understand where he got the money from. And then afterwards, after the whole thing, and I was at home, and this girl texts me, and when she starts texting me, she's like, AB has my money and he doesn't want to pay me back. Please tell your man that I want my money back. And I'm like, how much are we talking about? And she's like, 20,000 rand. And I was like, why on earth would you give someone or borrow someone that amount of money, or take up a loan for that amount of money? And then she's like, yeah, I borrowed him and now I want it back. I have proof and evidence and I'm going to take him to the small claims court. And I was like, okay. So I asked the AB about it, and then I was like, dude, why aren't you paying this girl back? She's like, when you saw me moving around, where did you think I got the money from? Joe, it's a scam, okay? So he borrowed that 20 grand. He says he didn't borrow. He was like, she gave me the money. He was like, she gave me the money, just like that, And I remember there's also this one time, this other girl, on the tavern, and then it was like he said to me, AB, if I told her to give me 1,000 rand today, I know that she can be able to give it to me. And I was like, how in love must you be to hand out so much money to a man without thinking twice? I was like, damn. I mean, how desperate are we as women for love that sometimes we shut off our minds to the things that the world and the universe is trying to reveal to us, that this is wrong. So I know that this kind of thing happens, but I just feel like there's a limit wherein you as a person should have like a trigger that shuts you off, that you can't cross a particular line. So I don't know, for me it was like, these girls are way better than me. So, and then on the issue of the like last lady who actually sold everything, like the Gucci and the Louis Vuitton, I felt like that was like really smart. Hey, that was really smart. You always need to come with a strategy, especially when someone is not gonna, you must think as a woman, and you must come up with a strategy that's gonna just protect you from all this kind of things. And I'm just glad, and I hope that they're gonna make money from Netflix. I mean, it's trending #1. The views are up. I hope that they make enough money, honestly, to pay off the debts that they have. They are the lucky ones, according to me, because they were able to put their story out there, and they had someone who believed them and pushed the story. And I really hope that they do make something. But then to think that there are women out there who've suffered the same thing, and then they're never going to get their money back, and they're never going to, be protected from this whole thing. It's just, sad for me. She's like, my credit immediately went up, and he started withdrawing, and you don't feel anything. this person is constantly withdrawing money from you and you don't feel your womb breaking apart, like what does your instinct say at that moment? Because I feel like your instinct is your superpower and it's always saying something, and it should never be ignored. You can ignore anything, but you cannot ignore your instinct. You do not ignore your instinct. You just don't, you know. So the instinct was just quiet this whole time while this guy is withdrawing, and she didn't feel something in her womb just to tell her that, listen, hey, woo, can never be me. Okay, I'm just joking. I don't want to say it can never be me, because you know anything can happen. I'm just saying that I don't know. Actually, guys, yes, I can confidently say it can't be. Anyway, women have been doing it for a long time. They've been marrying men for money, and women and men are just striking back. So what do you guys think? Do you think that this woman should have like seen the red flags? Do you think it's just an unfortunate tragedy that happened to them? Or do you think that it's just maybe happened to them so that they can be a lesson to the rest of us, so that we know to learn from other people's mistakes? Because some people make mass mistakes, like mistakes for all of us to learn that we should never do that, you know. So yeah, I've learned, honestly, and you know, it's what it is. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope that you're subscribed to this channel. And remember that every Tuesday it's Testimony Tuesday, and let's come through into my channel and hear those amazing